One of the reasons most startups struggle when creating their MVP is usually because they fail to test their idea with real users before they start building it, or they may put in too many features, which then makes it confusing or difficult to use. These mistakes can waste time and money and can also cause a startup to fail. That's why in this video, we'll be exploring the common mistakes startups make when developing MVPs, why they encounter them, and how to avoid them.
But it is a business. How's it going to work?
The advice I would give.
Biggest risk you can take is
I can make money much faster than Apple tests.
There are 5 main problems startups face when developing an MVP, which are defining the product vision and features, balancing speed and quality in the development process, ensuring that the MVP is aligned with customer needs, dealing with technical challenges and limitations, and ensuring that the MVP is scalable. Now let's dive into each of these problems and how to solve them. Lesson 1. How to define your product vision and features. One of the biggest challenges in developing an MVP is defining what the product should do and how it should look and feel. This requires a deep understanding of the customer's needs and how the product can meet those needs. It's also important to understand the technical viability of the product and the resources available to build it. One solution to this is to use the lean approach to product development, which involves building an MVP in small, iterative steps. This method allows for quick feedback and adjustment, so the product can evolve as the customer's needs become clearer. Another solution is to focus on user testing and research to ensure that the product is meeting the customer's needs. Some key questions to ask when defining your product vision and features are: what problem does your product solve? Who is your target customer? What are the must-have features of your product? What is the minimum level of quality required? And what is your timeline for development? Lesson 2. How to balance speed and quality in the development process. The challenge of balancing speed and quality in the development process is one of the most difficult for startups. On one hand, startups need to move quickly to bring their product to market and gain a competitive advantage. On the other hand, they need to ensure that the product is high quality and meets the needs of the customer. One of the best solutions for balancing speed and quality is to adopt an agile development approach. Agile development uses short development cycles called sprints to quickly test and improve the product based on customer feedback. This approach helps to reduce the risk of releasing a low-quality product by getting customer feedback early in the development process. Here are some strategies for balancing speed and quality. Prioritizing features based on customer needs, using agile development methods, conducting regular testing and feedback sessions, hiring skilled developers who are comfortable with rapid iteration, and setting clear goals and milestones for the development process. Lesson 3. How to ensure your MVP is aligned with customers' needs. To ensure that your MVP is aligned with customers' needs, it's important to conduct user research and testing throughout the development process, which should include conducting customer interviews to understand their needs, creating personas to represent different types of users, creating user stories to define the specific features that will address user needs, conducting usability testing to see how users interact with the product, gathering feedback from early adopters to improve the product, and using analytics to track user behavior and engagement. Some of the best solutions for aligning your MVP with customer needs are using a minimum lovable product or MLP approach, which prioritizes features that creates emotional connection with users. Building a minimum viable audience or MVA to focus on a small group of users who are most likely to adopt the product. Creating an alpha product, which is a limited release to a small group of users for testing, and using a beta product, which is a wider release to gather feedback and make improvements. Lesson 4. How to deal with technical challenges and limitations. When dealing with limitations, you should consider breaking the product into small, manageable components, using technology that is well supported and has a large community of developers, focusing on building a robust and scalable architecture, setting realistic timelines for development and testing, and anticipating potential issues and risks and having a plan to address them. Some of the best solutions for overcoming technical challenges are hiring a technical team with experience in the specific technology or framework being used, building a team with a mix of skills including front-end and back-end developers, testers, and project managers, using well-documented open-source tools and libraries, using best practices for coding and testing, and using version control and continuous integration tools. These solutions will help ensure your product is technically sound. Lesson 5. How to ensure your MVP is scalable. To ensure the scalability of your MVP, it's important to use a microservices architecture that can be easily scaled up or down. Choose a platform that can easily integrate with other systems using an API-first approach. Use a modular design that allows for easy addition of new features. Use a robust infrastructure that can handle increased traffic such as AWS or Google Cloud. Test the scalability of the product early in the development process using automated testing, and most importantly, use containerization to improve portability and efficiency. By understanding these challenges and taking steps to address them, you can avoid failures and create an MVP that meets your customers' needs. My advice for startups is to always keep the user in mind when creating an MVP. Test your idea early and often and just focus on building a simple, user-friendly product. Remember, it's better to start small and iterate than to try to build a perfect product from the start. Let me know in the comment section what your biggest challenge was when you were developing your MVP and how you overcame that challenge, as your experience can help others. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest videos, and follow us on social media for more content and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.